Hello children, today we'll be talking about sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Well, let me show you something. I am climbing up to the overhead tank. These are the overhead tanks. There are 3 overhead tanks and water is stored inside these tanks. Water from underground is pumped up to the tanks. The pump is located under this slab. This pump pumps up the underground water to the overhead tanks. The pump starts working when I press this switch and stops working when I press this button. The collected water in the tank flows down the tap. It also provides me drinking water. Yes, this drinking water is sweet. When the water stops flowing out of the tap, it means that the overhead tank is empty. Then what do I do? I switch on the pump which pumps water from the underground to the overhead tank. What if the underground source dries up? Where will I get water then? What do I have to do to see to it that the underground source does not dry up? Let me ask another question. What do I have to do to ensure that water flows out of my tap? I must ensure that the overhead tank is not empty. Now let me ask again. What do I have to do to see to it that the underground source never dries up? I must ensure that the underground water is always available. What can I do for that? Rainwater harvesting. Rainwater is collected in the vacant plot. This rainwater flows down and recharges the underground water. Then again, how can I make the water in the underground tank last long? By not wasting water, by using as much water as I need, and by controlling my needs. I should not keep the tap open when I am not using the water. I should manage water intelligently. I should manage the natural resources intelligently so that the natural resources last for a long time, so that there is water to fill up an empty tank. Sustainable development is all about that. Sustainable development means I get water, and the water never runs out, not just for me but also for future generations. Sustainable development means I allow the underground source to be recharged. I do not waste water, and I use water intelligently. What I do today is going to determine the availability of water in the future. So, my use of resources must be based on my understanding of future needs. I should not be the grasshopper wasting resources. Instead, I should be like the ants using resources intelligently. If I go on using without replenishing, then a time will come in future when I won't get water, or when there will be a scarcity of water. Sustainable development does not allow that to happen. Sustainable development is not about taking so much that there is nothing more to take, but it is about taking and replenishing what you have taken so that others can also take in the future. I hope the concept of sustainable development is clear. Thank you and have a great evening ahead.